up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sailor. If you don't know who I am and my face is like totally unfamiliar to you and you literally go in your head like, who this bitch? Then go down and click the link to my Instagram so you can kind of see what I'm all about. So I thought there's actually no better way than to do my first video like my go-to night out glam, which is this that I'm wearing right now. So without further ado, let's get started. So jumping straight into this tutorial, okay, all the makeup will be coming from this bag right up here. The first thing I'm going to be doing is my eyebrows. I always do my eyebrows first, no matter what. I will always do my eyebrows first because then I know that if I make any mistakes, I can just go back and just clean it up if I need. The eyebrow pencil that I'm going to be using today is the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. The shade I'm using is Deep Brown. Really, dogs? Really? Is this the time to be barking? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Usually after I've done my eyebrows, I would tend to go and carve out my brows and then do my eyeshadow and then do my foundation and all of that. But because this is more of like a blown out smoky kind of eye, I'm going to be doing my foundation first. The foundation I'm going to be using is the NYX Total Control Foundation. I use two different shades, so I mix them together so that I get like a really nice color that matches my body totally. This lighting is being super weird. It goes dark and then it goes bright. So I always give these two a good shake before I use them because for some reason like they tend to separate. And to blend out my foundation, I use like a flat top kabuki blending brush because I don't really like flat foundation brushes, and I do like beauty sponges, but for this foundation I feel like it just sucks into the sponge. Okay, so my eyebrows fixed now, thank goodness. Now I'm just going to blend the rest of my foundation out. So for concealer and contouring today, I'm going to be using the Fit Me concealers by Maybelline. I got sent these in PR, and like it's one of the best PR packages I've ever received because I can't get enough of this concealer. The shades I use, the one for highlighting and concealing my face, I use shade 20, and for contouring I use shade 45. I add my concealer under my eyes and I usually add them upside down triangles. You know, you can go crazy with your concealer depending on how much coverage you're looking for. Honestly, I love going crazy with my concealer. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this out with like a small little sponge. I'm just going to take the darker shade now, and I take such a little bit, so I always wipe it off of the applicator. And I'm literally just going to draw the lightest, faintest line down my cheek over there on both sides. To blend out my contour, I'm going to be using the same brush that I use for my foundation because it can like tend to look a little bit dark, so that is why I just want to like have a little bit of like leftover foundation just to lighten it up a little bit. The setting powder I like to use is the Yardley Absolute Translucent powder. I honestly love this powder because it's like my favorite powder for doing a whole bunch of different skin tones, and it literally suits everyone. I struggle a lot with keeping foundation on around my mouth. and also on my nose. So I just like to pack this powder on so that I know it's gonna stay there all day. The bronzer I'm going to be using today is the Stila Stay All Day matte bronzer for face and body, and I'm using the shade medium. So when I do my bronzer, I always like to use like an angled brush like this. Sorry, this one is like been through hell and back, but it's still one of my favorites. And I just like to tap into my bronzer and then just tap it off, just like that. And then I just like to also pout, and then I just put it where the contour is. My eyeshadow palette of choice today is the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Honestly, if you think this palette is shit, then you actually have issues, because it's honestly the best palette in the world. It's got every single color in this palette that you actually need for like almost any look. The shade I always start with is the shade at the top of here. It's Raw Sienna, and it's like the best transition shade in the world. The second shade I'm going to be using is the shade right next to Raw Sienna, and it's Burnt Orange. Also a really nice shade just to start building up that orange color. Like, if you're willing to spend money on a palette, buy one of these. The last shade I'm going to use is dark brown shade right at the top of here. It's called Cypress Umber, if I've said that right. Don't judge me if I haven't. With the dark brown shade now, I'm literally just gonna pack this onto my lid like this. And after that, I'm gonna grab Burnt Orange again with the same blending brush I used in the beginning. And I'm just gonna soften this ombre effect up and darken it up a little bit. So I'm going to use Cypress Umber and Burnt Orange on my lower lash line. The lashes I'm going to be using today is the Silk Tinge by Eyelash Boutique, and I'm going to do another video where I teach how to apply lashes, so I'm going to apply these off camera and I'll be right back. So my eyelashes are on. The only thing left to do is apply mascara, and this mascara of my choice is usually the Benefit Veil Real Mascara, but at the moment I've really been loving the new Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. Hold on, my eyelash is irritating me. The only issues I've really had with the mascara is that it just takes really long to dry, and I'm not really about that life, if I have to be honest, but I have been loving it otherwise. It really like elongates my eyelashes so much, and it adds so much volume, and it's just amazing. Just it takes forever to dry. Before I get onto highlighter and my lips, I just want to add a little bit of this Essence Lash and Brow Mascara, just so that I can gel up my eyebrows and make them look super bushy. I'm all about this new bushy eyebrows that everyone's like been doing. For my highlighter today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter, and this is in the shade Molten Rose Gold. I'm just going to use like an ordinary fan brush to apply this. I know a lot of people complain about fan brushes, but I actually really like the way it distributes highlighter onto the face. I'm going to apply my highlighter in all the high points on my face. So my cheekbone. Is that just not gorgeous? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. For the longest time, my favorite liquid lipstick was always the NYX Lingerie. and I always use the shade Honeymoon, but I got sent a Maybelline PR package a while ago, and I got sent one of these lipsticks, and it's literally the exact same shade as the Honeymoon lipstick. And in winter, I'm not really a fan of liquid lipsticks because they honestly dry my lips out so much, and I just can't do it no matter how much I moisturize and exfoliate my lips before, it just dries it out too much. And when I got sent the exact same shade in like just a matte lipstick, I was so excited. Stick I'm going to be using is this Maybelline lipstick, and it's in the shade 35 Carnal Brown, and honestly it's gorgeous. You'll see now. The last thing I love to always do just when I'm finishing my makeup is spray some MAC Fix Plus onto my skin. This just makes my skin like so hydrated and just glowing, and it just makes it look so stunning. Obviously don't spray as much as I do if you want to save your product, but if you love it then just go crazy. Thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed watching it, go down there and hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment if you really enjoyed it. I'm super excited to be starting this YouTube journey, and I can't wait to be uploading more because I feel like people have been expecting this from me for the longest time, and I'm like super sorry that I hadn't uploaded sooner. It really wasn't my fault. I didn't have Wi-Fi to upload. Well, like I have Wi-Fi obviously, but I didn't have a good enough Wi-Fi to upload my videos. Also, just don't judge like my background at the moment. I'm still trying to figure out like how I want my YouTube background to be, because I'm not too sure. Like I'm trying to make it homey, like not just a plain wall, but also like super like home feeling, you know what I mean?